Right, so you joined me on the last few hours of a 48-hour session, and on this session I've spent it underneath the new Wychwood tactical brolly. Now these have just landed in most retailers, and I've had a lot of messages over on my social media asking sort of what's it like, have you got your hands on one yet, etc, etc. So I thought I'd give you a quick sort of first look at the actual brolly itself, what you get with it and the features of the brolly. So let's have a little bit of a closer look. Okay, so quick look at the inside. As you can see, it's a 7 rib system. You've got 2 removable pockets either side. Really cool for keys, phones, chargers, you know, pretty much whatever you want to put in them. Decent size handle to help, you know, push it up when you're trying to erect it. And also this screw here keeps everything in place, so it's not popping closed, you know, whether you get a gust of wind, etc. I've had it before where yeah, the brolly will just collapse on itself, but this little screw in sort of here will basically keep that upright, and that won't be, you know, that won't be collapsing anywhere. That's rigid as you like. As you can see as well down the back, you've got a nice big mesh area there, and what happens if you can go around to the back, unzip that, and that's a nice big vent, one big vent at the back, allowing obviously a bit of air circulation on those warmer days. The skirting around the brolly at the bottom is extended, so obviously if I just climb over the bed, you normally get sort of, I don't know, a few inches on most brollies, but these ones have been extended right out, so obviously when it's absolutely lashing down, sometimes you can get that seepage from underneath, whereas this extended skirt keeps everything dry, doesn't allow, like I say, for that extra, you know, that moisture and that rain coming down and seeping in underneath. Also you can get a ground sheet as well, which is a little sort of elasticated in there, look, so you literally just hook it on all the way round. And not only that, obviously you've got your, I've got my bed chair in, it's relatively close-ish to the front, but you've got all this area at the back to get your luggage in. You can easily fit a holdall in there, sort of backpack slash rucksack, and keep that all tucked away, you know, out the way of the front, so that you're not tripping over it in the middle of the night, anything like that. So loads of space at the back, and that's due to having this brolly having a flat back. So with the brolly having a flat back as well, you can tuck it right into, you know, even the tightest of swims. So yeah, loads of space at the back there for, you know, tackle, luggage, food, bag, you name it. So coming around to the front of the brolly then, what you get included with the brolly is 2 storm poles. Now the storm pole goes up into the corner, up in there, that screws in, comes down, clip one of them on there, clip one of them on down there, and then this is all elasticated around the top and the front, back down to the other side for your other storm pole, and again clipped on, and a number of pegging points right down the bottom there, which you can, you know, allow you to pull it really tight, really taut, and you know, that is not moving anywhere. That is as solid as you like. We've had sort of 40-mile-an-hour gusts this weekend, and yeah, this is stood firm. This hasn't gone anywhere. Also, another little feature is the Velcro rod straps. Again, really handy, because you know, if you're standing your rods upright, it just end up sliding down, breaking, damaging, you name it. So these are really cool. Stand your rods in there, just Velcro over the top of them. So there's one on the left hand side, and there's also one on the right hand side. Also with a tactical brolly, you can get a couple of different fronts. So these are zip-in fronts, and yeah, there is a full zip running around the inside of the brolly, pretty much all the way from corner to corner. So you can get an additional fronts, like I say, that will allow you to zip it in and yeah, have full comfort on the bank. Now not only that, obviously this is really, like I say, this is really rock solid at the moment. This is pegged down really tight, but just for added sort of strength, there is another pole which comes in the bag, which you can clip on the inside of the brolly, which again clips on and gives you ultimate sturdiness. As you can see, it's got a little bit of movement in the front, but that ain't going anywhere. But if you add this little extra pole in it, it just makes it that extra, like I say, extra rigid, extra sturdy, and just keeps everything real bang tight, and that won't be going anywhere. But yeah, as you can see, that zip runs all the way around the front and the top, and like I say, you can get a nice door on there just to keep you safe and away from all the elements. As we move around to the back then, as I mentioned, a number of pegging points around the back. But if I was to just pull these two out, there is the zip that runs all the way up the back, which reveals that mesh inner window. Obviously not the easiest with one hand, but as you can see, you basically roll them all the way back with the little elasticated clips in there, do them up, so that's, so you know, you can have it just half, or you can have it full whack, and like I say, massive vent, allowing that air circulation to keep you cool on the warmest of days. So really nice feature, like I say, allow for the airflow, keep you nice and cool and a bit more comfortable. So the actual brolly, once collapsed down, comes in this nice oversized bag, so you're not trying to fight with it at the end of your session packing it away. Comes with a nice sort of hardened end peg bag, which, believe it or not, you know, you could just have this bag and have it with just the flimsy sort of material, you know, whereas it's been reinforced at the end of this peg bag, because the last thing you want is any pegs piercing through the bottom of that bag and then putting a hole in that. So, you know, it's only a little slight idea, but it's obviously practical, and you know, just a little attention to detail or something like that protects your investment and not putting a hole in that. So what you also get is this pole, which will allow you to erect the brolly. So you'll just thread this up inside the main sort of shaft of the umbrella, twist it tight into the actual body of the umbrella, and then just slide it up until it clicks into place. Then you can just literally unscrew that, pop it back in the bag, and you're not trying to fight with the brolly as you're trying to put it up. So that also comes in the bag. And here's the pole that I was talking about that just reinforces that sort of little bit of front peak on the brolly itself. It comes doubled over, reinforced there, where obviously the joins will be rubbing on the elastic on the inside. So another little, you know, another little extra. It's just the fact that that's going to be protected when you're packing it down, and obviously opening it back up, because obviously over time these edges will wear away on the elastic. But yeah, just that little bit of rubbery plastic there. It's just obviously another little idea thought of, just to prolong the life of the inner. But yeah, that's also comes in the bag. They all come in their own little sacks, like the pegs. They all come in there, so that obviously you can just slide them back into the bags and keep them from sort of ripping, causing any damage to the main body of the umbrella when you're packing it away. But yeah, that is the tactical brolly in a nutshell. Like I say, I've had mine up this weekend, and as you can tell on the wind anyway, there were some serious gusts howling through from right to left, and yeah, I'm not going to lie, it stood firm for such a lightweight little tactical brolly. Mega impressed. If you do have any questions, then feel free to fire them over. I will try and help you where I can at the end of the session, rather than me trying to cram it into one of my other videos. I'll give you a sort of rundown of the brolly itself now, and hopefully you found it informative. Yeah, any questions, stick them below, I'll be happy to help.